Hello, Jase here. I just spoke to one of my clients. She runs a farm and she's selling AI books on Amazon in her spare time, and she's doing well. Her goal is to get to $5,000 in a month, and I think she's going to hit in December because she keeps doing the right things. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the right things to do if you're considering creating a second income from self-publishing. If you're busy, this is how you do it to get anywhere between where you are with no income, maybe, to like your first $5,000. Okay. Right. I spoke to Kat this morning. Kat, if you're watching this, shout out to you. You're doing really well. What she's doing is AI books, and she's creating what I call marathon money. Now, the reason I call it marathon money is because when you're creating a second income from self-publishing, think of it as a marathon. Slow and steady wins every time. Because this is what most people do when they get into self-publishing, okay? Let's say we all start here, right? And this is the goal. Let's just say the goal here is, right, your first $1,000. Let's just say $1,000, all right? I did say 5,000, but let's be realistic. Most students I work with are well on their way to $1,000. A lot of them have passed $1,000. So I know $1,000 is very achievable. Some of them have passed 5,000, but $1,000 is a complete beginner. Very achievable on Amazon, by the way, if you're wondering. All right. This is what most people do. They want to get there fast, but we know that it doesn't just go like this. You publish books on Amazon, they sell, you make $1,000, right? It can happen, but it'd be naive to think that this is going to happen. So if you imagine it's going to happen that easy, all right? If you imagine this is our interest line, okay? Here is things are very interesting. You've got momentum. You love working on the business, and this is the meh. I'm just going to let it meh. At the bottom is when things are dragging, and you know, to be honest, if you spend too long down there, you end up quitting. Okay, so in the hunt for getting this goal very, very quickly, most people they're up here, they're very, very interesting, and they're smashing out as much books as possible. They're working on it as much as possible. But then what happens? They don't make sales straight away. And that's not because of their book. All right, a good book can easily be found. It's normally because they don't understand the customer. They don't understand how to sell books. They don't understand how to pick good customers, how to sell books to them, or how to pick the right customers to the right price point. All them little niggly things that are around the book. The actual book itself could be amazing, but if it's to the wrong customer at the wrong price, and you've got rubbish ads and it's got rubbish title, because you can have an amazing looking cover, but the title could be crap, then you don't make sales, right? So this interesting thing starts going down here, and the longer you stay here, the more chance there is of quitting. Okay, so how do you make that marathon money, like what Kat's basically doing, my student? How are you going to do it? Well, what she's doing is what I teach my students, and it's actually very, very simple to do. You don't focus on anything apart from just publishing consistently. So you start here, you're just going to publish a book. Let's just say you publish, and then you keep doing that, you keep doing that. Now, whether it's interesting or boring doesn't matter. Just publishing. So how do you keep it in the middle? Well, we get rid of anything that takes us away from that. You just find a niche, you find a customer that's got money, and you just look at the strategy to create a book to try and get that money, and that's all you do. What goes in the book doesn't need to interest you. You keep it from being too boring by doing it fast, and then you publish and then just move on to the other book. Okay, see what we're doing here? Because when you're very interested in a book, like it's a subject that you're interested in, it's going to go up here. But when you realize you need to make 108 pages in this book, because that's like minimum and maximum, you want about 108, soon it starts going down here. However, When you not interested and doesn't matter, you're just doing this because you have the strategy from me to just make money from this. So you're just doing the book and you're doing it fast. Yes, it will get boring. It will start to come down here, but it won't stay there very long, because by the time you're bored of the book, you've already done 108 pages. And that's what I teach my students. That's what I do in my program, by the way. I'll leave a link below. Get the book done quick, because we don't want you being bored. We don't want you being too stuck there. We just want to get that book out. So it goes down here, but you've done the book. So you come back here. Okay, you've published the book. On to the next one. And it could keep potentially going like this. But that's fine, as long as you're not spending too long down here, because most people that spend too long down here quit, and most people that spend too high up here kind of spend too long on the book, so it never gets to publish. So they could, and I've got people, clients and students that are telling me they're working on this fantastic book. They love it, and I'm like, have you published it? No. This is great, I've done another 10 pages, blah blah blah, but they never get to publish. So they never make money. Eventually, if you don't make money, you'll end up straight down here, because it'll be like, what's the point? Okay? Right. So to drive this point home, let's look at this chart again real quick. Let me just summarize. If you want to make money in your spare time and do this, we want to keep you as close to the middle as possible. Oh, 1 second. I'll just talk while I'm getting this back. We want to keep you as close to the middle as possible. We don't want you getting too excited about a book, because it could turn into a passion project and you just want to spend loads of time on it. But at the same time, we don't want you getting too bored, because you could quit. So the trick is, find where there's money. So you don't need to be too interested in a book. It's just you're there to make money, and do it fast so you don't spend too long on the book, get bored and quit. All right. So marathon money, slow and steady. Where the money is, get the books done quick, but just keep doing it. Slow, steady wins the race. And eventually you can make money and be on your way to $1,000 or even 5,000 like Cat is. Okay, thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.